So, while I'm on a roll, I'd like to talk to you about where people often ask me, where did the idea for the Witches of Snowdonia come from, and why I chose North Wales. So many years ago, probably maybe, gosh, how old's my daughter? She's 40. So probably 30 years ago, we started going to a place called Lake Craftnant, and it's nestled between Capel and Clanroost. Oh my goodness, such beautiful scenery like you've never seen before. And there were wild ponies up there, and oh, it was just beautiful. And it was so rural, they didn't have a water supply. The water came from a well, which was fed from the mountains, and it went through a filter system to the house. It was just, oh, it was just out of this world. Unfortunately, the lady doesn't let the house out anymore, so we're not able to go. But we went there for nearly 30 years. 30 years with my children as they were growing up. And we also, once they found partners and had their own children, everybody went. It was a little bit chaotic, I'm not going to lie. But now I've got 5 grandkids, and they've all been up there. And I'm going to do a little series of photographs that were taken while they were up there, because it was just so beautiful that I just want you to see where my inspiration come from. And while I was there, it was like the mountains were talking to me. It was absolutely breathtaking. And we'd go for a walk with the kids. There were beautiful icy little streams, and I'd take them up the hill, which probably couldn't get up now because it was like that. But we went up the hill with the kids, and my son was recalling. We've just come back from Anglesey last week, and my son was recalling when they just had their first child. Ella was a tiny little baby in a one of those things you put on your front so the baby's on the front, and he carried her up that mountain. And Ellie was laughing, saying, "Oh my goodness, I just had a baby and you had me up a mountain." But when we got to the top, none of us could believe the view that we could see. For miles around, we couldn't see property, just mountains and green. And then this huge horse, we heard this whinny, and behind us was the most stunning Section D Welsh pony, and it stood on this platform. It was like it had been orchestrated. Stood on this platform, and it whinnied so loud that it woke Ella up. And but we won't. It was just magical. It was like, even to this day, she's 14 years old now. Um, we talk about that pony and how it was like she calls it the unicorn. She doesn't anymore because she's 14 and she's a teenager, but she did when she was little. So that's where the inspiration come from. North Wales is steeped in history and folklore, and obviously a lot of the witch trials um, took place through Chester, through North Wales, through Scotland, and I was always really interested. Being a medium and a spiritual healer, this interested me, and I looked into that in great detail, and it was quite sad really to read, but that it was Snowdonia where the inspiration came from. So I just wanted to share that with you today, um, while I was on a roll, because I've just made the other video. So have a really good day, and I will see you soon.